Hey guys, give me 1 minute while I get my YouTube side all squared away. But let me just get it, make sure that it's on what it needs to be. And haven't really been on today. So I just got finished making a video. How is everybody? Hopefully there's people coming on. Just getting things squared away. I'm going to edit this. Hello, hello, hello. So, why did I decide to do a stream? Well, Chris just got home and I sent him right back out. I was watching a video. Autumn's, I forget what her name is, honestly. Someone told me about her channel, Autumn's Backyard Survival or Autumn's Backyard Garden or something like that. And I just watched her latest video, and you know me, my mind went. In the video, she mentioned that she got an email from some subscribers or something, and they talked about she was a professional that had high-ranking military that she dealt with, and they're telling two people actually in the same couple days mentioned it, that they were telling people to get their people in the military and their families to get their homes in order, that there's a possible grid down for 2 weeks at the end of September. She didn't know where. She didn't know if it was everybody or just certain areas. Hey, Lady Casca. So that got my mind spinning. Pulled out my canner, pulled out my jars. I'm taking my oldest ground beef out of the freezer, and I'm going to start canning it up for the shelves. And any other meat that's been sitting in there. I had been planning on doing it, but I was getting lazy. Yeah, they did, But you know what? After this last problem we had when the hurricane was coming and there was no gasoline at all the gas stations around us, they were like gone. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting off my butt and I'm going to do something. So I got about 10 pounds or so of ground beef because I'm going to do it in batches, a little bit at a time so I don't overwhelm myself. But stuff's been in there for about a year. Hi, Firefly and Shift Kicker. So I'm going to take the older stuff out, get it pressure canned. Once I get the ground beef done, I'll switch to something else. Maybe my beef roasts, just cut those up and get them in chunks and get them in the jars. That way I can get as much out of my freezers as I can and put on the shelf. And I just sent Chris down with He just literally walked in. Hey, Meg. He literally just walked in from work. I had him go out to the shed, he's got 4 or 5 empty gas cans. And I gave him the debit card, and he's going to go get another 5 gas cans, 5-gallon ones, and we're going to go fill up. Because if we have to run the generator and he happens to still have work if this happens, I'm going to have him show me how to use the generator in case something goes wrong with it. I'm going to take notes if I have to. I'm one of these people that have to write things down. So I will write it down step by step so I know the steps on how to do it and deal with the generator. I'm getting off my butt, guys. I'm getting off my butt and I'm doing things. I was lazy for a while. Kids start school on Wednesday. So tomorrow I got to go get a few last minute things for their lunches for 2 days. Get their containers out. And no, we didn't lose power, Susie D. I asked him what we had for empty gas cans, and he said there was 4 or 5, so I wanted him to fill them up. And I wanted him to go buy a few more. We rotate our gas out. But like I was telling you guys in the beginning of the video, I was watching Autumn's backyard or something, and she was saying that she had somebody write in that they told her that these military families were told to get their homes in order, that there might possibly be a grid down for 2 weeks at the end of September. She don't know where, but it's not, and she don't feel like it's a conspiracy because it's military people saying this. Just get your houses in order is what they said. That they possible grid down for 2 weeks at the end of September. So, you're going to get a washing machine, Lady Casca? Hey, Dawn. Hey, Sunflower. Milkmaid. Yeah, I've been being very lazy. I'm not going to lie. I've been very lazy. Getting too comfortable, and that's not good. I need to get uncomfortable and start doing some more prepping. So I had been saying I was going to do some pressure canning and get some of my freezers because I have 3 big 20 cubic foot freezers and I have a small 7 foot. And the 7 foot, I keep my butter in and my French fries in and things like that. And the big ones I have, one for chicken, one for pork, one for beef. But I've thrown other things in there. I've thrown popsicles. I've thrown, and I can't get to a lot of this stuff unless I move stuff. So I don't like that. So I'm going to take the older meat out, start canning it. And then I can consolidate if I need to and shut down a freezer. If we lost power during the grid down like they're talking about, it's one less freezer. I can unplug that small freezer and have one less to worry about. Yeah, Milkmaid. I was over, tired, and I was doing so much and so much and so much, but I have to get back into it. So that's what I'm doing. And right now I just literally, he walked in from work. He started bringing some of these waters down and I told him what I wanted. And he just took off again. He went to Tractor Supply and the prices are going up because when we bought our 5-gallon containers for gas, hey, Cindy B, they were $14.99. They're now $19.99. So I'm having him get 5 more, fill them up. And he took 5 empty ones that we had, and I'm having him fill that up because we rotate our gas. I hope this doesn't happen with the grid down because think about everything. The kids being back in school, they wouldn't even be able to go and do remote learning at home because the grid would be down. Hey, Smiles, Arc Wild Man. So like she said, she can't pinpoint if it's going to be truly happening. She can't pinpoint if it's going to be all of us or just certain areas. But I'm not taking any chances anymore. I'm not. I got my little solar packs that we charge our phones with. I have those charged up. My tanks will be filled so I can go and charge my phones in the car if I need to. And take so much, that way the generator don't have to charge up phones. It can charge up the important stuff. Hey, 101. So yeah, I got to get off my butt, guys. I got too lazy with the live streams and not getting things done and putting it off, and I got to get to it. No, be charming. I'm not sitting on my foot. I have my legs crossed though, and my foot dangling. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't really know Autumn's Backyard channel. I just started following it from someone's recommendation. But from what I gather, her son's in the military, and I don't know how true any of this stuff is, but I'm going to do the best I can. Yeah, Dawn, Prepping 101 is awesome. I love Prepping 1. I found him a long time ago, a year ago, and I just think he's a very, very intelligent young man. He's old enough to be my child, but I find him very intelligent. And I like listening, whether they're just joking around or whether he's got important stuff to say. I just like tuning in at night and laying on the couch and relaxing. I don't always get in chat, but I'm listening. So, because he says a lot of things that most of us are thinking. And a lot of us can't talk about it to our families because our families just head in the sand, I have 7. I'm the oldest of 7, all younger than me. And I swear to God, I'm the laughing stock because I prepare and they just off on a trip here, off over here, off on another trip here. Oh, going to the fair here, going. That's not me. I am not one for those big fairs. I'm one to make sure that we live comfortably. I mean, we don't live you guys know, I don't live in the lap of luxury. Look at me. But I like it. I like to have toilet paper to wipe my butt. I like to have food. I like to have ways to cook it. You know what I mean? And the other day when we had that hurricane coming in, all the gas stations were wiped out around here. Even in some further away towns, there was no gas. I couldn't believe it. We still have plenty, but he's out getting more. We rotate it out so it doesn't go bad. I got the stuff that you add to it, stabilizer. Prepping 101, are you going on tonight? Just so I know. I know you were talking about taking some time off for like Labor Day or something, but I didn't know about tonight. I just need to know. She thinks your flashlight's trust in God. No, I just think, there's times where when I tune in there, he's got some good information going on, and everybody's comments, they're thinking sometimes outside of the box, and I love that. Same thing with Backwoods and Ghost Prepper. They do these scenario videos and stuff, live streams, and they think of things that I don't think of, and I love it. Oh, Labor Day. Okay. Yeah, that weekend Chris has 2 days off. So his Saturday and I think that Friday or something, I forget which. And we're going to get some things done around here where he's going to have that many days in a row. We could probably get some significant work done on the greenhouse. If it doesn't rain. Hey, John, have a good night. Yeah, Cindy B. I stopped talking to my family about it because it was like banging my head against a wall. And I don't have that energy and time. That time and energy I could be putting into prepping or getting us squared away as best as we can. So I don't even bother anymore. My doors are shut. These same people and family that can go here, there, and everywhere, they could be trying, and who knows? They could be. I just don't know because I don't talk to them much. So, but what I have here will be for my family at this point now because I've tried since the very beginning of this. Yeah. Hey, Jean. So we have today And tomorrow's the last day of the Thrive Life freeze-dried food sale for the 30% off. So I would suggest if, you want to stock up a little more, I'll throw my link in there. We're going to have another big sale for the November. It's going to be the Black Friday sale because we usually have, I think, 3 big sales like this a year. And I think the Black Friday sale is going to be the last one for the year. So that's going to be in November. And so what my plan is I did a big one this month. I did a big one. I got a lot. I'm going to take it easy for September and October, and then I'm going to do another huge one in November. That's my plan. So I can save, I've got money saved for it. I always have money saved for it. But I'm going to save even more September and October and do a whopper. I did a good 10 orders this month, 10 separate orders. I did all ship now. Because while it's in stock, if you hit ship now, you're guaranteed to get it. You're not waiting. A lot of things would go out of stock within a day, come back, go out, go back, So when I want it, I want it. Oh, Cindy, that sucks. Yeah, you got to do what you can do. That's why I'm taking a lot of my meats out of the freezer. And mostly my ground beef right now, because ground beef, I can do so much with it that I don't need to have it in the freezer. I can tacos, spaghetti sauce, shepherd's pie. There's so much I can do with ground beef out of the jar. Soups. I love soups in the fall. Like I like minestrone-ish soups or pepper soups or any kind of soups with pasta and beef in it. Then I'll tackle the next thing of meats, maybe the older steaks or roasts that I have in there. I'll cut those up into chunks and just pressure can them, or maybe make some more beef stews with the beef. So the older stuff I'm going to get out. And like I have a huge box of freeze pops in the freezer. I'm just going to take those out. Those don't need to be in there because I have 2 smaller bags of freeze pops in there that they've been eating off of. So that box I can just take out, put on the shelf, and I can refreeze it. Those just freeze pops. That's not important. So I'm going to go through my freezers, and I was going to try to see if I could freeze, pressure can some of my country style ribs, but I've never done it. So I might just try a couple and see how they turn out. And if I like them, then I'll do that. Oh, you tried the mozzarella cheese? Yeah, I love their cheeses. You just sprinkle it with a little bit of water and it's right back to where it needs to be. And it's the same cheese. It's the same cheese you buy in the store. It's just freeze dried. Same exact cheese. I just finished a video on my, I just finished the video. It's on this classic shepherd's pie from Thrive Life. And I have to say, I tried it. It's pretty good. I did not think I would like it because it had the tomato dices in it. And I've only had shepherd's pie once or twice, and it always just had mashed potatoes and then ground beef mixed with corn and maybe some onions. And that was it. And we're just not big eaters of that here. But this had a little bit of everything, and it was actually good. But Chris didn't get a chance to try it yet. He's going to have it when he comes back from the gas station. Bye, Milkmaid. No jalapenos, trust. I put the link. You're not going to jump up here? It was actually really good, I have to say. It's something I would eat if I had to. I'm glad I tried it. So that one will be finished once, and I can edit it once Chris tries it, and I can do his take on it. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a little bit of running around to get the kids their last-minute things for lunches, but it's only 2 days of school, so I'm going to try to use up what I have here because Sierra likes her fresh fruit and stuff. So she's got apples, and I can cut up an apple, throw some lemon juice on it, and hello. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you all today too much. I had so much running around to do.
No, that's fine.
I had to go back out again because the inhaler wasn't ready when my medicine was ready. I was like, what? Oh,
I didn't get that for shepherd's pie one. Oh, hold on.
I didn't do the video yet.
Oh, okay.
I recorded it, but I still got to wait for Chris to try it. I sent him out to get the gas, so I didn't get him sitting down to eat.
Oh, okay.
And I still got to put it together tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, I did it this afternoon when I got home.
Did you use mixed vegetables?
No, I did all the Thrive ones that were. Oh, well, yeah, they're mixed. I used everything on the recipe here.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you used all the Thrive Life ones or not. That's what I was asking.
I used the ground beef, the chopped onions, the tomato dices, the green beans, and the corn. The only thing I didn't use was the tomato sauce because they only needed a third of a cup. So I didn't want to open a brand new can. So I just used a little tomato sauce and I froze the rest out of the can.
Yeah.
And then the mashed potatoes, I used a pre-made mashed because I gave my kid's father the rest of that mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
But everything else, yeah, it was good. I was surprised. I never had shepherd's pie with like tomato stuff in it.
Yeah. I usually make that like on a Thursday, and then I eat that all weekend. Like I'll probably do it for this Labor Day weekend, so I don't have to cook. I'll just breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, this made an 8x8 pan.
Yeah, I make a big giant turkey pan, double like 2 pounds of ground beef and mashed potatoes and everything. So
imagine having a freeze dryer and then freeze drying all those into portions for yourself. Oh.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about a freeze dryer as much as I don't want to spend that kind of money. And I was thinking at this point in my life, but I could get a freeze dryer and not buy the canned sealer. I could just do it all in Mylar bags.
Yeah.
Especially the fact that you can do already made up meals. That's where I'm thinking.
Yeah, the big expense after the freeze dryer though is having to get its own electric source.
Yep. That was one of my hesitations, and we'll see where we are financially next year.
Yeah.
We may not, we may just not need it. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to work on the greenhouse.
You may have to convert that porch for.
Yep, and that's to hold all our wood for the fireplace. Like we have a big 8-foot rack out there.
Yeah.
And he has that lean-to he made off the garage where we stack all the wood, and he covered it, and we just take from there and put it on the porch. And we didn't even go through the whole rack last year.
Yeah.
Because it's just our fireplace. But if the grid goes down, like people talk about, we'll be cooking on that fireplace.
Well, it's going to be a long winter, so you may use it all this winter.
And then he's got more stacked in the back by the shed.
Yeah.
But we're good for the winter.
I really think spring's going to come late this coming year.
Probably.
So.
I think so. I don't know if you heard the beginning of it where I was watching that Autumn's. I don't know. Somebody recommended her site, and I started watching it, and she got an email from somebody that said 2 separate people that were in that 2 of her. I guess this person deals with military, and she does something with them. They're her clients. And 2 separate people on 2 separate days within a few days of each other said they were notified by the military for their families to get their homes prepared.
Yeah.
That a possible grid down by the end of September for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Which coincides with what. So.
Yeah.
And she's like, conspiracy theory. I kind of don't think so if it's coming from the military people.
Yeah.
So that just woke me right up when I heard that. I was like, what do we got on gas? Where are we at on the gas,
Yeah.
But like Chris said, if he's gone to work, if they do still have work, which they probably wouldn't in that situation, because no traffic lights will be running. No, businesses are going to be running. No,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's going to affect a lot.
Yeah, they'll just make mass essential, and that's it. Police, EMT, fire department.
But like he said, if I'm not home and you're home by yourself and someone hears that, you need to start carrying around your,
Yep.
So I got to get comfortable with that.
Yep. Just carry it around unloaded so you get used to the weight, and then.
Yep. because and he's like, make sure you walk around the yard and check it every once in a while,
Yeah.
you know, but I'm hoping he would be home with me at that point.
Yeah.
But I'm not, after all these things happening to everybody around here with the weather and the storms, I am not taking anything for granted anymore. I don't care if I over prepare as much as I have, I can, but I'm going to get off my butt and start doing it.
Yeah. If anything happens, the first 3 days, people are going to be in shock.
Yep.
And then worrying. And then after that, that's where everything starts. So at least you got a 72-hour buffer.
Yep.
Normally, but.
Yeah. Susie D, I do have some of the food for Patriots. I do like some of it. I like the chicken and rice. That was good. The mac and cheese was good. And I'm pretty picky too. I did get some of their kits way before I heard of Thrive Life years ago. And they have individual things freeze dried. So I do have some of that as well. I don't know what my fuse box can handle. It's a new fuse box, 5 years old. So we are aware of how we have to deal with that. I haven't tried some of the other things though. Cottage pie. Yeah, I know her son's in the Marines. That's why I don't really follow her. I haven't watched any of her older stuff. I just discovered her from somebody probably in chat.
Yeah.
And I think it was Prepping 101 that mentioned her name in one of his live streams. And I just kind of went over and checked it out and subscribed.
Yeah, she's a pretty reliable one. I follow her.
Yeah, I get a little antsy when I'm listening and she doesn't talk very fast. Yeah. I like to hear it, and she's kind of, the faces she makes. I mean, she seems pretty reliable, but I just like to have somebody get out with it, and it drags on a little bit, and I don't like that. Other than that, I've been listening to her last couple of videos since I found her. But I'm one of those people, I want to hear it. I don't want to. But I'm thinking she might have to watch how she says things too, and that could be part of it. You can't just put anything out because your channel's going to get messed with. So I think that's probably what it is she's wording that very carefully when she's trying to get the stuff out, and I appreciate that. Yeah. But yeah, I listen to everybody, and I just started thinking today, I got to get off my butt. And I've been saying I was going to start canning this week, and so I just pulled out about 10 or 15 pounds of ground beef that I had canned, froze. I'm going to get it out of there and get it on the shelf.
Yeah. No better time to start canning right before Labor Day.
I know.
By Friday, you'll be so sick of it that you and Chris can do something other than can.
I know. Well, I'm hoping since he's going to have that long weekend, he can work on the greenhouse.
Yeah.
While he's out doing that, I can be canning and getting as much that I can do. I've got a lot. I like the fresh pressure can chicken thighs.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. I don't always like them that way, but I would like to have more on my shelf. So I may, after the ground beef is done, I may pull out some chicken.
Yeah.
Chris seems to like chicken salad for lunches now, so ooh, I can get some more of that chicken because I'm not a big boneless chicken breast person. So if I can take some of that out and can it up and make some ugly chicken, he'll have that for his chicken and crackers, and it'll free up that space in there so I could consolidate if the power went out.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, but it's making me realize how I need to do it in the future.
Yeah.
Instead of bringing it home and freezing it, I could bring it home and can it instead.
Yeah. And you have to learn now, make the mistakes now versus when you really need it.
Yep. Because I'm taking all that hamburger out of the freezer bags that I had. So that was a waste of, to me, that would be wasting freezer bags. I'd rather bring it home and can it up right away instead of spending all my time putting it in bags. But I didn't know if I'd like it when I first started it last year. So now I know what I like, and I can can it right away and just do small batches enough, instead of doing what I tried to do the last time. I brought home ground beef and I brought home all kinds of things I had to process and put away right away. And I that was a lot.
Yeah.
So now I know, little by little, take out the unnecessary stuff like the box of freeze pops that don't need to be in there.
Yeah.
I'd rather lose a $3 box of freeze pops than all my meat.
Yeah, I just started getting into my Omaha steak freaking order. And I've had that like a year and a half in the freezer.
Mm-hmm. Like I have a lot of chicken tenderloins that we don't eat much. I'm going to probably start making more recipes with that and getting that out of there because we just don't really eat a lot of chicken tenderloins.
Yeah.
So get them out of there. Either eat them up or I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I need to get off my behind and start doing stuff. Today just told me that because I had a lot of things that I had to do today, and it was a lot of running around in a hot car with no AC, and I was frustrated with that.
Yeah.
It's like, man.
Well, we had stuff. That's why we didn't give you a hard time. We did miss you, but you could fill the empty spot. Let's just put it that way. So.
I was listening as much as I can. Everywhere I went, it seemed like I would little spots I would lose service, and then it would circle, and then it would come back, and then it was like, oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I got potatoes. I had gotten potatoes from a farm stand a while ago. Put some of those in a bag, put them down in the basement, and I'm letting those sprout out. I probably did it too early, but we'll see. We'll see how they come out for next year's planting. But yeah, I'm going to do that. And now I know we like to have potatoes. I'm going to plant a lot more next year of those and less tomatoes.
Yeah.
Because we did a lot of tomatoes, and he's brought with the amount he's brought to work and still can bring to work. I don't need to have that many plants. Hey, yeah. Charlene. Hey, Gardener Josh. How are you guys over there, Gardener Josh? How's your family? I'm going to go grab a water. I'll be right back. I feel bad that I made Chris go out and get gas, but I don't want to be.
Yeah. You got to grab it while they have it before it runs out.
Yeah, because every gas station around us was out of gas just for that little thing we had.
Yeah.
So I like I said.
And they've been reporting the prices are going to go up.
Yep. And like we were talking about, we can use the little solar chargers for the small stuff like our phones, and we can always run out to the car for a few minutes and charge our phone if we had to.
Yeah.
And keep the generator for the freezers and a TV so that they can come out and watch TV if there's anything to watch.
Yeah.
Or run our DVD player and TV, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I stock up on movies, DVD movies from the thrift stores and stuff, because we can always just throw, if there's nothing, no internet or anything, we can watch something on DVD.
Yeah.
So that's where my brain goes. We got oil lamps, we got lanterns, we got a whole abundance of batteries. I mean, years worth of batteries.
Yeah.
And I just keep restocking that, and the water. We may get another pallet of water if we can, once we get this stuff downstairs and see where it's going to fit. Because he brought up over here, he brought up some of the older water.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can see it, but he stacks it right there. That's the water we take from daily. Yep. And he brings the older stuff up, puts it there, and when it gets cooler, he puts it out on the front, on that porch.
Yeah.
And he really stacks it 2 or 3 high, 2 or 3 columns, because it's cooler, so it keeps it cold, and we don't need it in the fridge. And then he puts this stuff in that spot downstairs where he took from, and we just label it new.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another thing. I want to start getting more books, Lady Casca, and I've been lazy on that because I used to go to the thrift store all the time, and I haven't been because I don't want to go out. Yeah. So, and I don't want to pay $30, $40 for a book that I can get for $2, $3 at the thrift store. Yeah. If I have to, I will, but I'm trying not to. Yeah, every yard sale I've looked at books and stuff.
I always wait for the annual library book sale. Because
Yeah.
you get a big old brown paper bag full of books for $5. I
Yep.
go there, everything prepping I get, gardening, medical. It's
And
all
our
going there
library's
for
been shut
$5.
down.
Yeah.
Ours has been shut down. Hey, Sandra Moody. Okay, Meg, you have a good night, honey.
Yeah.
I don't know how long I'll be staying on. I just wanted to get on. And when I heard that from Autumn's channel,
Yeah.
I am not trying to fear everybody. That's where I sent Chris to go, because I remember where everybody was on around me saying there was no gas anywhere. And
Yeah. Well, I mean, earlier today, like 10, 11 o'clock, MSM started reporting that 50% of Americans support us supporting Taiwan if Chinese invaded. I guarantee it's not 50%. It's a whole lot lower. But now they're pushing the war agenda, and Biden needs that in order to build up the economy.
yep, I've been listening to you guys all saying that.
And that's the only way it's going to be able to boost up the economy is by going into a war.
Yep.
Well, he's not going in the Middle East because what he just did. So there's only one other side of the world you can go on.
You know what really got me too was, I don't know if it was, I think it was yesterday when Chris was on with you, and I found that article from Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading it and really reading what was written there, and it made sense, because we've all been hearing on Prepping 101 in the months ago,
yep,
about the universal money they wanted to eventually. That had to have come from somewhere.
Yep.
It had to have been said somewhere up in the higher ups,
yep,
for it to have been leaked down to where we are now listening to this stuff.
Yeah.
And then for him to say it would get rid of a lot of these menial jobs.
Yeah.
But people Walmart's been already doing it.
Yeah.
Self-bagging and self-checkouts, and McDonald's here had one of those kiosks where you touch it and you order.
Yeah.
And so it's like our Stop and Shop has a robot that goes around and he detects spills and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's already been happening, just very slowly.
Yeah. Hey, Brooks, welcome back.
So I have a feeling that whole thing is going to come to fruition sometime.
Yeah. Well, if they're going to even enact it, if it's possible, I don't believe it's going to happen. This is my personal opinion. Until the stock market collapses completely again,
Yep.
And they won't bring it back. Because if you really look at it, menial jobs, the stock market is only really for the rich.
Yep.
Trying to destroy the middle class. And they won't need it anymore if there's universal income. They'll control all the money. So why do you need a stock market for? They'll have a global one. And it'll probably be China's or some other country running it. It won't be the U.S. one. As they're trying to get rid of the U.S. dollar, they're going to get rid of the U.S. stock market. So
it will eventually, something like that's going to happen. It may not be now. It may not be 6 months to a year, but it will happen.
Yeah.
This stuff is happening. Yeah. And that's the thing is, since I started really listening to these channels like 101 and stuff, and they talk about it, and then everything goes okay for a few, months later, you don't hear about it anymore, but then it pops up again where something else has been passed or moved or made to what we had talked about, and they had talked about on the channels months and months and months before. So little by little, things are happening. And
I'm crazy.
Hey, crazy.
Just trying to scare us.
And if that does happen and they do that universal money thing, why would he say that? Why would Elon say he supports it if it's not going to happen? It's he's up there with the people in that little elite class. He knows what's coming.
Yeah. Personally, I don't think he really spends too much time with that class of people because he doesn't like them. That's why he tries to stay more in his own little world and his inventions and stuff. Because the times I've seen him, like, he won't stand next to Bill Gates. And Bill Gates is in that crowd deeply and heavily.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, he's still in the crowd because of the money and all that, but They probably trade him because this is new money. He earned his own money. It wasn't inherited like everybody else.
Right.
The Rothschilds and all that. So,
Yep. But it's like it's all swarming around in my head, and it's making me think. And it's like, if it does, and they do give this universal income out to people, you're going to be told what to do in exchange for that money. You're going to have to fly by their rules.
mm-hmm.
They're not just going to give you money, and you're not going to be able to just go do whatever you want. So I don't know. That's why I don't leave much of it in the bank. Enough to pay the bills and keep,
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to mention the name of the other major corporation, but they moved their corporate headquarters from California to Texas.
Really?
Yep. So California's losing another big one. And I mean, it's just the corporate headquarters, but that's where all the money people are. Why are they moving into Texas? Taxes. So California's going a little bit more. Every time they lose a business to another state, they're going deeper and deeper in debt.
Like you guys keep saying, this winter's going to be a true test, I think.
Yeah.
I really do. I really, really do. And I'd like to be as comfortable here as I can be, without having to leave.
Yep, exactly. Crazy Irish. Forget the banks. Because the banks, was it Chase Bank canceled General Flynn's credit cards today.
Really?
Yeah, all his credit cards, they canceled them. Why? Because he has a different view.
Wow. See, I didn't hear that. I've been busy today.
Yeah.
Yeah, those kiosks that didn't do well. The kiosk that was in the McDonald's here, I don't think did very well because it was always grimy.
Yeah.
But if it's for, people are losing their jobs over this stuff, and it's happening little by little.
Yeah.
So that's why my plan is to just keep stocking, making sure I keep money in savings as well. I don't just dump it all in one thing. I spread it around and make sure we have whatever we need a little everywhere.
Yeah.
And that takes time and energy, and that's what I'm needed to do here. Chris doesn't need anything. He's got, whenever he thinks of something he needs, we go get it.
Okay.
That's just how we roll. We,
yeah.
Within reason.
Yeah.
Same with me, though. I don't buy anything that I don't use. I don't go and spend money on new clothes. And I do want to take the kids and get them an extra pair of sneakers each, and maybe some boots, maybe another size up.
Yeah.
Because I've heard, chitter chatter that, I haven't been in the stores, though, either, to see what the shelves are like for shoes and stuff. We didn't. So that's what I want to do. I've heard there's been things hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always good to have an extra pair of shoes. If you had to bug out, you'd have that comfort on your feet.
Yeah.
Especially something that could handle snow and below zero temperatures. Good pair of boots.
Yeah.
The woolly socks, I might go get some more of those and make them get some, maybe some long johns or something to wear. Things I hadn't thought of before, honestly. But that's where my mind's at. And
Well, Cindy B, I understand that too, but I mean, we got to have jobs for people if they're willing to pay. So
my foot is right here under my desk. I'm not sitting on it. Nope. Duct tape is another good one. Yes. Yep. Because that fixes a lot of things. Tomorrow is the 31st. I think they're supposed to. I didn't get a phone call from Charlton Oil, but they're supposed to come tomorrow.
Lady Castle, go ahead and hire a detective. He comes knocking on my door. I'll have a little conversation with him.
Hoping everything goes as planned with that tank tomorrow. Lord help me if it frickin' pours.
Oh, it is tomorrow, isn't it?
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
And they're going to send a truck out to drain the oil first, right?
Yeah, they put it in containers.
Yeah. Hopefully they're remembered. Or the crew that's going to do it will do it.
Still got 3/4 of a tank
Mm-hmm.
because we don't heat with it right now. It's just hot water.
I don't know how fast it goes to drain, but
I don't know. I don't know.
and here's a hint: if you can't afford new boots and you got a spare tire you don't use on your vehicle no more because the tread's almost gone, don't throw away that tire. When that tread on your shoe goes out, I guarantee you can cut up that tire and freaking use this tread for your boot or your shoe or boot.
Chris just texted me. All they had was 3 gas cans left, but they have a delivery coming in tomorrow. So maybe while I'm out, I can't even go out tomorrow until they're gone. Oh,
Yeah.
that's all right. You know?
Oh, Lake Fairy just got your challenge. She just saw it.
So sorry. I just had to think of people on top of my head. And
You could have said Preppy 101, Preppy 101, Preppy 101. Gave him a triple challenge. Not like he doesn't have enough on his plate already. But.
no, I didn't even think because I don't know. I hate doing those things. And thank God she said she won't do that to me again. I don't like to be put on the spot.
No.
If I want to do a video, I'll do a video. I don't like to be, because then you can't just let it drag out for 2 weeks. You got to get it done, you know?
Yeah.
The challenge, Jeff, was any kind of chore that you need to do or that you do or anything you need to do, just do a video on it. It's called Taking Care of Business, I think it was called.
Yep. Something like that.
Yep. And I was laughing through the whole thing until the very end when she named me.
Yeah. And she said yours 3 times. She was thinking of other people also.
We thought it was the funniest thing until we heard our names, and both of us like, oh.
Yeah. I thought it was hilarious when I heard it. And then I heard my name. Thanks, Lee.
Yeah. Thank God he was doing the stairs. I figured I'd just do that tape, videotape that and get it out of the way.
Yeah. Perfect timing.
Yeah. Yep. I wish I knew that. I just got through mowing the yard. Would you have took a video of yourself mowing the yard, Jeff? It's got to be on video, dude. Oh, I'm glad you're eating, Lady Casca. All right, Lady Lake Fairy, get to what you got to do. I'm getting off my butt now and doing things. I just took out like 10, 15 pounds of ground beef to can tomorrow.
Yeah.
I am getting off my hiney and I'm going to do stuff. If I watch a live stream, I'll bring my laptop in there. I can't guarantee that I can stay on live, but because it buffers so bad, but I'll bring you all in there while I can. Because I'm not doing a video on it. It's too much to do a video and try to get things done. So I'm just going to go straight into canning and getting that done because it's not just canning. You have to let it sit on the counter for 24 hours. Then you got to wash all of them, label them, which is the worst part. I hate labeling my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like putting stickers on my jars. I just don't like that. I don't like the look of that.
Yep.
So, I know.
Oh, yay, Mel came. No birthday card.
Still not, huh?
No.
That's really shitty. Excuse my
Oh,
language.
the finally
Yeah,
meds.
Just to let y'all know, in this video I did, that I still got to edit, I said the word shit on my video because I made a mistake.
Oh, that's fine. You have it marked as 18 and over anyway, don't you?
Where I knew what was happening, I spit out the word. And Chris was doing a live while I was making the video.
Uh-huh.
On the other night's video that I did. I haven't dropped that yet. The Velvet Chicken. And he was on live with you guys. And I'm in there running my mouth like, because they don't care or something you guys were talking about. And I forgot I was doing a video. So I'm in there piping in with my 2 cents. Well, Chris is out here with you guys. And I had to say, oh, sorry, guys. I forgot I was doing a video. I was just chiming in on what Chris was saying. Oh God, these last couple of videos have been real doozies. I can tell you that.
Oh, really?
Lady Casca, my house is a disaster. You know what? You've been down for the count, honey. You just don't worry about your house. It'll all get back to it when you can do it.
Yeah.
Your health comes first before anything else.
Yeah.
You know? That's what I like.
Listen to Mama Lee, Lady Casca.
I used to be anal. I'd get up, I'd just do everything, and I wear myself out, and it would take days to bounce back. And now it's like, look at the water still sitting there. So we'll get to it when we get to it. It's our home. It's a lived-in home. That's what I had to learn. It wasn't a showcase. Dust is like, you know what, Charlene? My personal opinion on dust, it protects the furniture. So leave it there as long as you can. When you stop messing with the dust, you're making your furniture vulnerable to extra scratches. Leave it on there. Cover it. Matter of fact, I do have to go dust over there. Don't even care. Don't even care. I'm mellowed out lately, and I was never a mellow person. I was very high strung. Oh, gosh. I did pull all the dead plants. I just put them all in one spot, and we're going to put them in the compost out in the back this weekend. So I did get that done. Did get that. I think what we'll do is we'll go pick all the green tomatoes off that are salvageable and let those try to ripen and just get rid of everything and be done for the year.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yep. And maybe this weekend, hopefully we can work on the greenhouse. If I get out there with him, maybe I can help. Oh, shoot. He wanted a sprayer for the stuff to spray on. It'd be easier with a sprayer. But I didn't know if we could put bleach in his power washer.
I would think you could. If you're putting water in there, I mean, bleach is just a little thicker than water.
I mean, if he power washed with bleach on the whole structure of the greenhouse, that would get done quicker.
Yeah.
I don't like fried green tomatoes, Jeff. Ugh. Tried it.
Be careful. It says no bleach in power washer.
Oh, no bleach. I did can spaghetti sauce when I first started canning and learning, and it came out edible, but it wasn't what I liked. And I just don't think I'll do it again. I don't know. I pressure canned it actually, and I just didn't like it. I think some of it was too sweet. So I don't know. Yeah. I like my Classico. I get it when it's 2 for $3, and I just stock up on it. I have enough for a year on the shelf. Yeah. I was thinking of getting one of those gallon jugs that you use in gardens where you mix your chemicals and you spray your plants with like fish emulsion. Getting that and having him spray down. The thing is, it's not a heavy, hard spray, so I don't know. I mean, it would do the trick, but I don't know. Yeah. We're going to figure it out.
I don't know. You get one of those garden sprayers that you hook to the end of a hose? You know, you put like the fertilizer or flour or whatever, and then you hook it to the hose and spray it, and it mixes into the container, the water, and it sprays it out. If you had one empty, you might be able to put bleach in there and run it that way. If you can't use the power sprayer, I mean, still putting pressure on it, but
yeah,
I'll be doing it by hand and using a brush.
Yeah, I have 2 of those sprayers that I bought. One had fish emulsion, and it got so thick in there that it wouldn't work right. But I'd like to start with a new one, and not have one that had chemicals in it. Yeah. And he's at Tractor Supply. I should have him get me one.
Hey, Lady Casca, since you got a little phlegm and still not completely recovered, you could always do a video on your chores when you wake up and get out of bed. That's a chore still till you're recovered. Of course, you have to show everybody your bed head and you and your PJs, and you can fake it. Just do your hair and put your makeup, and then nobody will know.
That chicken noodle was my next big purchase. I wanted to get like a solar generator. That's
Good luck.
Yeah, I know. I waited too long to even think about it, and now
I'm thinking if you order it even online, it may be a delay
yeah.
because most solar panels are coming from China.
And I wouldn't know the first thing about any of that to even.
I mean, if they got the generators made at their warehouses or not, if they have to still make them. So there could be a delay in that if they're shipping them.
I know Alaska had put a link up for the Blue Eddy was on sale or something.
Yeah.
But I didn't jump on it. I mean, I have the money for it, but I didn't jump on it, and I'm probably going to kick myself for that.
Nah. Sometimes you can't do that impulse buy just because there's a sale.
I know.
You got to wait for the timing.
Oh, I caught him just as he cashed out.
Yeah.
Can you go in and get a sprayer? Yeah. Just so that we don't have to, like, that's the problem we always have when we want to do a big project like that. We end up getting up and going out to get things, and that wastes half the day.
Yeah.
I'd rather have it now before the weekend is off, that long weekend, and we can just get to, especially with this weather.
Yeah.
You know, watch, everything will be all set, and then it'll rain that weekend.
Yeah.
That'll piss
you got
me
bleach, right?
I'll have to go get bleach. I do have some. Enough to start it. I don't even know where all the bleach we have.
Yep.
I'm going to put that down on my list because if, I can go out and get that anytime.
Yeah. I've been trying to find those bars of soap. Magic Prepper made a video and he showed where he had some bars of soap he used with scrub board. They're like $1 or so. They're pretty cheap. I mean, they're pretty light, but every store I've gone to, they don't have bars of soap. It's just a straight, either liquid or regular detergent. So
I've heard people that have made their own laundry soap, but over the years it clogs things up and it has a buildup on your clothes.
Yeah.
So I've been hesitant to do that. And then some people say, no, it doesn't happen to them. So I don't know. I've been hesitant to make my own laundry soap. So I don't know about all that. I don't have the energy for that right now.
Yeah. Well, Karen, I couldn't really answer that for you because the size of your camper really doesn't matter. It just depends on what all you're going to run in the camper is the real thing. And then you're going to need to be able to have more power produced through the solar panels to the generator, or if you use a gas generator, you'd have more wattage than what everything you run in that camper is going to require. And then you got to look at the starting for all of them and then the running one.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Cindy B, for labeling your jars, print round labels on plain paper. I don't put my rings back on. I never put my rings back on my jars. I don't care how loose you leave them. I don't do that.
I do.
I go down once a week if I remember, and I tap on them and I pull and make sure that everything is still sealed. And
Mine are just on there very loosely, so I can still check it. But that's just so I don't have to have another bag of stuff I got to store somewhere.
Chris said, anything else we might need?
Tell them to check the cattle prod section. Just joking.
All right, I'm gonna tell him.
I just said that because Mama Bear was in the chat.
I just did. I just told him.
He's like, woohoo!
Mama Bear's in here?
She was. Trying to see where her thing was that she
Oh,
put.
yeah, there she is. LOL. Oh, Lady Casca, hold on.
She went for a 3-mile walk, said she was back, and never showed. Yeah, I don't think Tractor Supply has got any Pop Rocks anymore.
No, but Lee does. Look, I was at the Dollar Tree today.
Oh!
3-pack, baby.
What kind is it? What flavor?
Assorted flavors. Let's see what they are. Tropical punch, watermelon, and strawberry.
Ooh, Mama Bear, you're missing out.
Whoops, wrong way. Yep. They didn't have many on the shelf, so I just got one of these packs. Chris doesn't know.
The godmother of Hussies might be losing her position.
God, it's been years. Years.
And we know you got a back stock of Twizzlers somewhere in your basement.
No, they only had the little ones. I'm like, ugh. We'd end up in traction after that. We aren't young anymore like we used to be. Body cast.
Yeah, you just both in separate sofas, just throwing the freaking
wait till
fuckers at each other.
I'm gonna show him, see what his facial expression is when he walks in the door. Hopefully he'll still be on live and we can get his reaction.
Yeah.
Oh God. I hope to God it doesn't rain, Han Solo, because I really do want to get that greenhouse up and done.
Yeah.
You know, he did so much work to clear that area and dig it out and get the whole frame up. And, you know, we already,
if he comes home with a cattle prod, you're going to have to tell him, Chris, not till the greenhouse is done. You'll see it done by tomorrow night.
Oh, my God.
I'd laugh too.
Oh.
You'd have to make another chore video.
Right? He didn't answer that one. I said, Trust said we need a cattle prod.
Yeah. Security's looking at him. He's still rolling on the ground at Tractor Supply.
Oh boy. We'll see. We'll see. Susie D. I was wondering if I could rings off because I have extra lids, not enough rings now. Yeah, there's no canning stuff at any of the Walmarts around here. I don't know about the Ace, the Aubuchons that we have here. It's like the Ace Hardwares. I haven't gone into any, but they used to have some. But even they were sold out for a while. But I don't know. I'm noticing that I need more of the wide mouth pints more than the quarts.
Yeah.
Because I like having the pints for the individual meals. But I'm thinking quarts would be good. Wide mouth quarts would be good for like the chicken thighs and stuff. Mm-hmm. You could get like 3 or 4 in one, or drumsticks. Yeah. They're really good pressure canned. If you season them, oh my God, it's like fall off the bone. But they only fall off if you really mess with them. But they keep their shape in the jar. Yeah, Brooks, the Duracell. I think Alaska Prepper has that one too. I've seen it in the background. He has that Duracell sitting right there. Yeah. You know, next year, that will be after we've gotten pretty much everything else. We've got Mr. Buddy heaters. We've gotten propane. We've done a lot this past year of stocking. So maybe next year I'll work on solar stuff. Backup solar stuff and things like that. We'll see where we're at financially, and because I do like to have savings put back. Yeah. So I have to do it little by little.
Yep, you still got to put some aside for the cars.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, because you still got to get all the other stuff you've been wanting to get for the cars just to have.
We topped off. We got 2 oil change sets for each vehicle so far. 2 filters, 2 sets of oil, for each vehicle. But I do want to get fuses and bulbs and brake pads and things like that, especially for him. Maybe one set of brake pads for me, but an extra one or two for him because he does more driving than I do, especially if I'm staying home.
Yeah.
You know, but at least to have one set for me and then, you know, an extra one or two sets for him.
Well, congratulations, Shift Kicker. Just got the Thrive license.
Hey, I got an order coming in tomorrow. Which one? I don't know. I have so many. But I'm feeling good about that. Now I'm at a point in my Thrive life that I don't have to buy a whole lot because I've got a good supply of everything that we use. And I can do smaller orders now, you know?
Yeah.
So that's, and now that I know about the sales, the big ones every couple months,
Yep.
I'll save more for those sales. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's going to mostly be meats that I stock up on. Meats, and cheeses and things like that. Got my Thrive Life. Oh, Brenda got hers today too. Yeah. Get it up there because things, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm planning for the number 10 freaking packages on Black Friday.
Yeah. Just don't wait. Don't wait. Get it as soon as you see it in stock. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If I've learned anything from this sale,
Yeah.
I mean, they bring stuff back, but it's later on in the month, you know? So that's where, and then a few of the things that I finally ordered were things that have been out for so long.
Yeah.
Like the country white bread. I got a couple cans of that. And I got the cheese sauce. I got a couple cans of that. Because those have been out for so long, like the tomato powder, I'm set now. I've got enough for God knows. I bought a whole case. So I'm set on that. I don't have to worry about another sale on that.
Yeah.
And I don't use tomato powder all that much, but if it's there, if I need it.
Yeah.
And I'm good on my sour cream because that I have a lot of that too. So I can ease up on those things and just focus on the meats now. Canning jars. Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, for the canning, I noticed for us, the wide mouth seemed to be better for the meats. Sauces and things like that, you can use the regular mouth size. Good afternoon and good evening. Oh my God, it's after 7 already.
We just came in from the pool.
Oh, that's another thing we got to do is clean the pool out.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
How are you?
Okay. Just want to say howdy, howdy, howdy.
Yeah, I missed everybody. I was in and out so much today. I figured, you know what? I have a little bit of time after I did my video and I can sit and chat. Yep. So you went out for your walk?
Mm-hmm.
Good girl. Good girl.
Well, I don't know if it's going to result in anything, but
It will. It will. You seem to be doing pretty well. Look what I got. Did you see what I got?
I saw. We saw that in one store. They had the bubble gum pop rocks, and they had that one that you got. But ours, right up the street, didn't have it.
Yeah, they didn't have many on the shelf,
So,
but they're
yeah.
putting a lot of Halloween candy out now, it seems like.
Yeah, Walmart was covered with. We went a week ago, something like that. They had candy like all on the roads and in the middle of the all the front of the cashier checkouts. They had. I mean, they got tons of Halloween candy.
Got to show you guys something. Chris doesn't. He knows about it, but he hasn't even tried. Hold on.
He's talking about the cattle prod.
He didn't get it. Michael.
I think he's looking. I think Chris is looking at.
No, I took all my bags. I had the big family size. I took it all out last night on the couch, and he was sitting there, and I cut open the tops, and I filled up this whole shopping bag.
Is that candy?
It's all candy.
Pop
There's
Rock.
all different kinds of candy, like that I was putting in his bowl.
Oh,
Oh my
look at that.
God.
But he hasn't even tried. He's known it's been in there, and he just no desire for it. This is for me at night when I want to lay down. I'll grab one or two pieces and come in. He doesn't even ask. He doesn't even, and it's been sitting in my room. He's seen it. He's over the candy now.
All right. Tell Trust about what you said you were getting that you're not really getting it.
No, Chris is at Tractor Supply looking at the cattle prods right now.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So Chris is gonna get one.
I was told they still have the handheld ones through Amazon for like $51.
He's really.
I was telling somebody yesterday, I'm not going to get the 3-foot pole one. I want a handheld one because I want her to see it coming and have to be close and personal.
Well, I could get you a taser one that shoots out like 6 feet.
No.
She'll see it coming, but she'll feel it too, and it leaves a mark.
She needs something to get her in shape.
I sent him to go get
I
gas
don't get that
cans,
either.
and
Baba.
I just got a cattle prod.
What do you call her? What's her real name?
Lee.
Hey, Lee.
Lee and Trust.
Yep.
I just want to tell you, and this is a compliment. Every time I hear your voice, I swear it's somebody that I worked with at Capital One. You have her exact same tone, inflection. I think she's from, I don't know, up north. I haven't talked to her in a few years, but man, it's so cool. Every time I hear it, I was like, oh, that sounds like Karen.
No, I never worked at Capital One.
Nope.
She worked at Cigna.
No, I didn't work at.
Oh, you didn't work at Cigna? Oh, I thought you did.
I worked for a hospital as a medical biller. I worked with all the insurances, but no, I never worked for an insurance company. I worked for another insurance company out here. It was auto. I was younger. It's called Commerce, but now they changed to McCaffrey or I don't know.
Oh, come on, Lee, admit it. When you sold sex toys, your name was Karen. You don't want people to know it was really you.
It was Mamacita. Mamacita's toy box. Because that's one of my emails is Mamacita.
Yeah.
When my very first email for Yahoo was Mamacita, and I still have it. It's when emails first came out. Because my ex used to call me that. He was Spanish.
Yeah. Thank you for calling Mamacita's sex toy shop.
Yeah, Mamacita's toy box.
My name's Butter.
That has got to be the funniest episode. And now that you talk about it, it's even funnier. Because I know somebody watched it when I watched it.
Yeah. I haven't watched the rerun, even though I already knew what it was about. It was so funny. I had to watch the rerun.
Yep.
So.
I do have a Dutch oven. My son and his wife got me one because I really wanted one. So they got me one for Christmas last year, and I love my Dutch oven. It was I
don't get the Dutch ovens, so
I didn't buy it because it was like $80. They bought it.
Yeah, I see them at the store, but I'm like, okay, it's a pot you put in the oven.
It's not one of it's not one of those cast iron large ones. It's the colored one.
Yeah, it's like a clay type stuff.
Yeah, I got that, and I use it, but not often because it's so heavy. But I wanted one. Like this year, I'm going to tell them I want a new computer chair, a comfortable one, and I want an external hard drive. We'll see which one I get because I have two boys that make mega money and they can afford it.
Well, if they want to spend the money, they'll get you both. If they don't want to spend the money, they'll get you the external hard drive. It's cheaper than the chairs.
Yeah, but they always ask Chris, "What does Mom want? What does Mom want?" So now I've learned to tell them what I want. And they got what I wanted last year. They got me that Ninja Foodie grill, one of my sons. Yeah. And then the other one got me the Dutch oven.
So your sons don't plan ahead? Is that what you're saying?
Nope. Nope.
I've already bought last Christmas.
I do. I'm all done.
Really? Would you buy me, Mama Bear?
Oh, I have to buy you something now.
You said you bought me something ready for But you bought it last
I
Christmas.
just met you in what, January, February?
I got gifts here for people I've never met. It's just a case. I can
Well,
give you
I have
the
a
family
candle,
fruit
but I don't
cake.
think you want that.
I can give you a family fruit cake. I can give you a candle.
Don't
give
you have
you
a room that you have gifts and stuff in?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And I got cans of spam that I'll never eat, so I'm gonna pass it on to somebody else. Maybe you can get Michael to eat it. I mean,
I like spam, but I don't eat it. I haven't eaten in 20 years.
yeah,
So it's not like I eat it all the time, but
yeah. It's like sardines. I used to love sardines growing up, but I haven't eaten them in about 30 years. And I'm afraid to get a can and I'll hate it. So I won't buy them no more.
my great grandfather used to eat sardines. I couldn't get past the smell to get the fish in my mouth. I couldn't get past the smell.
My dad eats them, or he used to. I don't know if he still does, but he'd open the can and
Whoa. Maybe you want to.
I get goosebumps just thinking about it. I can't. Oh my God.
You go, Lady Casca. There's nothing wrong saying you can't decorate for Christmas.
Yep, you do
You know,
whatever you
people
want.
have the Christmas trees up.
Well, as y'all know, my tree's still up.
Is it?
Trust saw it. He's like, "Is that a Christmas tree?" Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's awesome.
Some people do leave it up, and they
Well,
decorate like Valentine's Day, and then they'll decorate it with Easter, and they do that up here too. Sometimes people do that. I end up always putting it out around December 1st, and last year I did right after Thanksgiving, the day after, because I just needed that pick me up, because I love putting the tree up.
You know, I have to take everything off the tree and put new lights on it because the lights burn out.
It's
They
safe.
don't like to be up there all year.
We bought that tree. It was a huge 7-foot tree full. It was right after Christmas. It was like a $300 tree. We got it for $98, and I've had it since before the twins were born.
Wow.
I asked for it in the divorce. I got it because I had the twins with me, and he didn't care.
Yeah. Well, it came pre-lit, so I cut all that off, and then I put up a new 3 strands this year, and they're gonna have to go in the trash and get another 3 strands. But I mean, the tree's still fine. So
yeah.
It's saved in the long run, because up here, the live trees are $55 to $70.
Yep.
Not anymore.
Chris was saying there was a big problem with the trees, companies not getting because of the droughts and stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll see what even gets brought up here for being sold.
Yeah, you'll be lucky they're $200-$300 this year.
Yep.
And that's going to be the Charlie Brown specials.
Yeah.
And I used to have trees for each of the kids. I went to Family Dollar and got them for their rooms, and they decorated their trees. Now they don't want to do that anymore. And
Yep.
Yep, that's why I got 3 trees. The living room one, the kids' room, and then one that goes on top of my desk. A little tabletop spinning one. And guess how many I put up last year?
None.
Exactly.
Aww.
When my boys were little, I decorated the house. I had shelves with nativity scenes, and I used to sell Avon, so I get all these cool things before the customers did. And I had all kinds of little ice skating rinks going with little penguins, and got Santa Clauses that moved their arms, and Mrs. Claus. And I didn't do shit like that for the kids, the twins. They just got a tree because I got rid of it all.
Well, on Halloween, I know I mentioned on my stream earlier today, I'm going to make a sign saying COVID here for free for Halloween. I have a big old bowl of candy underneath the sign by the front door. So I don't even have to ring the door, just get it from the bowl. But I want to have the Christmas tree toppled over and decorated and it blinking with Santa laying next to it because he got COVID because he wasn't wearing a mask. And I'm going to show the reindeer laying down on the thing too. And why not? I'm decorated for both seasons.
My
Our neighbor will complain, but screw him. It's art.
My son got Chris a big blow up thing from the National Lampoon's Vacation Christmas one, because that's Chris's favorite movie. And every year I get him new ornaments for the tree from Hallmark from that.
Yeah.
And last year they got him a big, huge one for Chris is going to put that up this year.
Yeah. No, Karen, I'm not going to put up a tree this year. That's what I'm going to use as a Halloween decoration. If I even celebrate Christmas besides going to church, I'll probably go see my kids at their house.
We can
They'll be doing all the decorating.
We can all have a little tree trimming party on here live.
Well, I normally watch X-Files while decorating the tree, and they haven't been showing X-Files lately.
Mm. Hey, Lost Rebel.
There you go,
Looks
I'm
like
in
it, like
in the
Virginia.
storm.
Did
Yeah.
you miss the rain?
No, I'm in the storm right now. It's starting really bad here now.
Oh, okay.
Trust, read Ginger Ninja's comment.
Hmm.
Oh boy, Stedding's going to have a doozy of a doll this year.
I don't have blow-up dolls. I don't know where you got the blow-up doll thing. That's Pepper Stedding.
My son goes, he did his yard up. He has a lot of woods. So their first year buying the house, it was the second year because they went and bought all the stuff after the holiday. And they did like a walk through for the kids. And they had sections with all these big, tall things it was like Home Depot had on. He decked it out and it was insane. The kids loved it. And he said he got more and more as the years went on. So I can imagine what he's going to do for this year.
I'm seeing the optical illusion of Mama Bear behind Mama Bear.
The trees.
No, I'm looking at well, I can't see it because you went to the bigger because we lost out.
Oh,
It was showing the shelf.
Oh.
Some of the very top shelf are tilted to the right, so it's making your whole
Shit.
shelf thing look.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It's making your whole the shelf look like it's tilting.
Yeah.
Towards the window. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, it does look tilted. It's like that ball's going to come down and hit her.
yeah.
Oh
Balls
my
all the way at the top.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Michael set a trap.
Yeah.
We're getting rid of that when we move.
Yeah.
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
Ginger Ninja. It's a big. I think it's Clark doing something, and it's a big, tall. But
Probably got a hose.
I don't know. I forget what it was, but Chris was so excited. We don't usually put stuff out because of running the electricity like that, But I do have lights that he put up the first year, and we've never took them down. They blew, and they're starflakes and stars, snowflakes and stars. It makes the house look beautiful with the snow. Oh my God, it's got blue and white lights. Oh, I had a picture of our house. I'll do a video this year. It's really pretty when it's dark and the snow is out. All right, Karen. Have a good one. I know it's 7:23 here.
Is Chris home yet?
Chris came home and I sent him back out
Oh.
to Tractor Supply. He went to get some more gas cans and fill up the empty ones we had. Because I saw a video. I was explaining when I first got on. I watched Autumn's backyard or something, and she was saying she was notified by some subscribers that they deal with some pretty high people up in the military, and they notify the people that said to these military families, get your house in order. They're supposed to have a grid down apparently the last 2 weeks of September.
Oh, okay.
We don't know how much of the U.S. is going to be affected, but it's got my gears going, and I sent him out to fill up the empty cans we have and to get a couple more cans.
Yeah.
We have my truck that's always filled up, and the spare truck, the old truck, is filled up. But when I I got in it last week to drive it. Just we hadn't driven in a while, and the gas tank was on it middle, the halfway,
Uh-huh.
and I drove it, and I told Michael, I was like, "This is not right," because we had a full tank of gas when we got in it. Maybe somebody helped themselves to gas. So I drove it the next day, and I guess the ball that
the floater.
Yeah, the floater. And it went all the way back up to the top. And I was like, thank God it's still full, because I was getting ready to go back, ape crap on somebody if they went and messed with my stuff. Because gas is so expensive. If it was cheap, I wouldn't care. I mean, I would care, but not as much. But gas is expensive. And I wanted, what is mine?
Yeah,
And
right.
a couple weeks ago,
caps.
a couple weeks ago, it was no gas in any of these gas stations around here.
Right.
Was it last week, I think it was.
Right.
I'm like, no, I'm not going to be one of those people that if we have to run a generator, we're going to have enough gas.
Yeah. Well, that's the big one right there. You got to keep putting gas in the generators to keep it running. So.
It was Autumn's backyard. Let me see. I'll put the video up so that if anybody wants to watch it, I'll put her video up. I just found her a while back from Prepping 101 mentioned her name, and I have not seen any of her other videos too much. I just saw that one today when I was sitting down for a minute.
Mama Bear, you looking behind at the window. That was that reminded me of the scene in the movie Scream, because the window reminds me. And the girl's sitting on the couch, and she gets the phone call. Want to play a game? You're turning your head, looking out the window.
Well, it used to be two French doors that opened up, and now we had to take that all out and put this sliding glass door in, which was my idea. Saved us money. So we were going to put another French door in, but we're not staying here, so why not put less expensive things?
Because they may change it on their own.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have no problem if they want to change it, but it's something there. It's protected. It keeps the rain out, and that's what we're going to go with for now. And when we move next year, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah. See, Ginger Ninja sees the shadows behind you
on
the windows. Like, yep.
Hey, Sita, how you doing?
The guy with the screen mask on, just standing there talking to you on the phone. What's your favorite scary movie?
Yeah, Brenda, I just started watching her the other day, and that video just kind of stuck out and got my butt going and moving and doing stuff. And he texted me. I wanted him to get 5 gas cans. They only had 3 in stock, so I told him get those 3. They're going to get a shipment in tomorrow. Maybe I'll take a ride if I can.
Yeah.
But either way, we have like 80 gallons of gas here.
Yeah. Well, it's almost fall anyway. You got to make sure the generator's still working at top peak and rotate your gas and all that other stuff anyway. So.
Yep, we do. We rotate it.
Do you have a generator, Trust?
Yep.
Oh, we don't have one.
Yeah, my kids got one now too.
Oh, that's right. You got it last week.
If I ever run out of gas, then I'll go over there to them.
Yep. And I don't want to have to go to my parents or to go to my sisters because none of them prepare. My dad maybe, but not my sisters.
Yeah.
I'm the black sheep that crazy for thinking this way.
No.
I get, and I don't want to have to go to their houses. I'm not comfortable at their houses.
Yeah.
Who's going to want to leave when it's got a blizzard out there? I'll throw my fireplace on. We'll block the hallway with something to keep the heat this way, and we can all bundle in here.
We have a big propane tank in the back that we tried. We called everybody in town last year, and not anybody serviced this tank before we bought this house. And we can't get another tank. We have to get that one off the property before we can get another tank. And that beast is heavy.
And you called all the propane places?
Mm-hmm.
And they will not touch that tank.
Nobody serviced it. Nobody has our address on file. Nobody.
Somebody
had to service it, but nobody has our address on file.
Yeah.
And they said there's like a code somewhere on it, but I don't know where that is, so I don't know how to find that to give it to them. And no one.
It would have to be somewhere where the round tank top thing is, where they fill it. It should be there. I don't know if it's engraved, or normally it's like a little metal engraved plate, but
I'll have to look for it because Michael called, I called, we called everybody.
Might have to check. Well, are you just renting the house, or were you buying it?
No, we own it. We own the house.
I would check the original papers, because they should have. If the propane tank was on your thing, it should have.
I have that.
It should have the last company that serviced it and the information on there.
That's a good. I hadn't even thought about that. That's a good idea.
And then you can call to find out. Well, you find out they're not as working anymore because they closed. Then you call one of the other companies saying no, they serviced it, but they went out of business, and they should be able to service it then.
That's a good idea. Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem.
Chris just said they didn't have any, and yes, I did ask. I'm wondering if he's talking about the cattle prod. Oh yeah, cattle prod.
Does he know why you're using it or why you want it?
No, we're just joking with him about looking at the cattle prod. If he figured it out on the drive home, Lee had the perfect answer. Not until the greenhouse is taken care of. So I'd buy her a couple more days. Of course, I would think he would probably spend all night. He wouldn't even sleep. He'd just go out there and start taking care of it. He'd be woken up at 3:30 in the morning. I'm done.
He had off today?
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't have off today.
No, he literally came home. No lie. He came home, and I was watching the video, and he started bringing waters down to clear out the space, because I want to be able to open up this door when the cooler weather comes to let the cool air in. So he started bringing bottles of water down, and then I told him I really want to get gas before a rush comes in on the gas, and so he went down and get that. Our plan was to get 5 of those 5-gallon gas cans, but they only had 3. So I said, just get those 3, fill up the other 5 you brought that were empty, and that'll be good for now.
Yeah.
We still got a couple weeks according to this info that she got,
Yeah.
I just planted 6 pumpkin seeds today. We'll see if they grow before Halloween. Because I had a whole bunch out there, and when we went on vacation, it just died. All of them.
Yeah, I could do peas right now. I could do peas and radishes, but I just don't feel like it. I'm the only one that eats both of those. So,
yeah. Hey, Jeff Bear, she was on. I don't think she is on now, because she was getting ready to eat dinner with Bigfoot and Littlefoot. So,
yeah, I don't know who's coming.
And they got school paperwork to do for homeschooling for Littlefoot. So she probably won't be anywhere until 101 stream tonight. If she comes on there, I don't know.
Let's see. First, the only one I know of is Prepping 101 at 9 o'clock. I know North Shore is live right now.
Yeah. Who does the freaking like Maniac Mondays or something?
I don't know.
Either it's not Prepper Tribe. I think it might be Magic Prepper. Does something on Mondays.
Tomorrow I got to get the kids going, get their bags set up.
Yeah, it's coming slowly.
Yeah, because it's the next day. It's Wednesday they start. So I got to tomorrow be making sure I have what they want for lunches so I can get those prepared and get their bags filled up and ready to go for the first day.
Does the bus come or do you take them?
I'm going to take them. I don't want they can take the bus, but I prefer, it's 2 minutes down the road. So
okay.
I do it myself, and they're not around a whole group of people on the bus. I mean, they're going to be around people at school, and I get that, but the less I can have them around them, the better. And they don't like taking the bus. It's not a very good group of people. They're
I
watching
rode,
what they're doing.
I rode that bus.
They took a bus, the late bus one day because I needed them to, and there was some high schoolers in the back trying to get them to smoke cigarettes.
Sorry.
They were little. They weren't what they are now. They were, and they didn't separate these kids. They let them sit wherever they want, and my kids just didn't want to be on the bus after that. She said they were swearing and saying nasty stuff, and my kids don't want to be around that.
I won't tell you what happens on our school buses. They put Prepper Steading to. They make him blush. What they do in our school bus.
Yep. Yeah, no, I like dropping them off. I watch them go in, and then I go and pick them up. It's literally 2 minutes down the road, and I time it so I get there before, because they can sit in the lunchroom and have a breakfast. They had to offer a breakfast, so I let them go in and do that before school starts, and they have to go to their homeroom. And I can beat the traffic. I don't have to stand in the traffic line, which is good.
Yeah. Jeff Bear's asking for the link, please.
I just prefer to know where my kids are. And if I'm dropping them off, I know they're there. And, I watch them walk in. And
if my kids went to school, I feel the same way.
Yeah. We have no sidewalks either to let them walk. And I wouldn't anyway. This road is too dangerous. Too dangerous.
Say, I could see Lee as Mr. Grizzle driving the Magic School Bus.
I never seen that. His niece, Chris's niece, drives the school bus. She loves it, but I don't think I'd want to be around all those kids. Hey, Jeff.
He'd be like turning around, going, "Sit down."
F down.
What's up, Jeff?
Hello.
How are
Hey,
you?
Lee. Hey, Mama Bear. Hey, Trust. How y'all doing?
Good.
You warming up before 101 show?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I heard y'all talking about preparing, like gas or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Your cylinders that you use on your propane grills.
Yep.
Will hook up to your line going into your house.
Huh.
But you have to take that regulator off and also hook it up to your gas tank.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I got one of those extra adapter pieces. I bought one extra one for the propane tanks in case something ever happened to the main one. I'd have a secondary one.
We have a heater that we can heat up to a propane tank. We won't need that anytime soon, but
I also stocked up on 4 of those Mr. Buddy heaters last year, the beginning of this year. I had to go to Connecticut to get it because they don't ship them to Massachusetts. You have to go into the store and buy them. So they don't ship those to individual residences. So I had to order them and go pick them up, but they were out of stock everywhere. So I was lucky to get those. And that's when that whole shortage of people going out buying the 1 pound canisters. We saw a run on that here, and they were out of stock everywhere. They're back in stock now, but there was a period of time where you couldn't find them anywhere. So I stocked up. I have like maybe 50 to 70 of those little 1 pounders. And we got 4 Mr. Buddy heaters. I figured to have 4, 1 for the living room, 1 for like the hot kitchen, and or like the 2 bedrooms, the kids' rooms. They're the indoor ones though, so if they tip over, they shut off, or if they get too hot, they shut off. And I did my research because I wanted something safe for the inside.
Have you used one of those Mr. Buddies yet?
Not yet. I'm gonna have Chris take one out and get it going, and so I can learn how to do it.
Now, this is what I've heard. I've not bought one or anything else, but a friend of mine lived in let's say like a Winnebago,
Uh-huh.
and he bought one of them. He brought it back, got his money back, and he said it ain't worth a crap.
I don't know. That's one thing we got to test out before.
Emergency shows up.
Yeah. Yep. But I just wanted to make, because we heat with oil, and if the power went out and we have the fireplace, but I mean, that's only going to take care of the living room area. We'd have to close off the hallway there, and that way the heat would stay in,
Well, now I've got a wood stove along with gas heat. Now, my wood stove, it will not keep the whole house warm. In order to keep the bathroom, one of the bedrooms, and the living room warm, I have to put like sheets or curtains up to keep in there. But
Luckily, we're one level here, so that's good. We are on a ranch, so it's all one level. In the basement, we have all the pipes with the pipe protectors over them. We've never had an issue. It's been very well insulated even before we moved in here and bought the house. And we've never had a pipe burst because they were very well insulated to begin with. So we've been lucky. But I hear bad things about this coming up winter.
Well, I'm living in a house right now that's a little over 100 years old. It was built in the early 1900s.
Oh, wow.
And I've noticed that my water pipe has got heat tape on it. And we've been here going on 7 years. We've never had a pipe to bust yet,
Yeah.
But, now we have had power outages during the winter, and that's where we've had to use our wood heat at.
Yeah.
But speaking of wood heat, I got to get me a couple of truckloads too of wood this year.
When we moved in here, this Chris went up in the attic area when we were thinking about doing solar, and so he went up to see, and he noticed from right here this way was all insulated upstairs in the attic with the insulation in the in the thing, but from there back it wasn't. So we went and bought all new insulation last year, and he went up there and he put it all in, and we noticed the difference. We noticed it right away for that winter. It was beautiful in here. And he said, you can tell, I don't know how he described it, but you can tell when you're outside. And I can't remember how he said it. If the snows and the snow comes right off and melts quickly, or if it stays, if it stays up there. I just forget which way he explained it to me, but yeah, he said it really well.
I know exactly what he's talking about. If the snow melts where it's melting, you got good heat. Where it's not melting, that's where the cold air is getting in, and it's staying right in that one little area.
Yeah.
And a lot of times on the eve of your house, that's where you get ice dams.
Yeah. Yeah. And our ends of all around this whole house, there's a lip that comes off the house all around the whole thing. Mm-hmm. So nothing, like when it rains, we don't get rain in the windows because it blocks it. It's weird. I've never, this house, the windows themselves are different. I've never seen them in anybody's house before. We have these long windows that pull in at the bottoms.
Yeah.
And it's just a different, and they're so good with the cool air. It doesn't let any draft in at all. Whatever this guy did when he built this house, he did a good job. Because I had the Mass Save people come. They come and they check everything in your home for drafts and insulation and all that. And then if you need it, they will give it to you at like really no interest loan. And they came here and they checked everything, and we didn't need anything. He said, you don't even need to try to get you anything. Your insulation's perfect here. So whatever this guy did.
my house, we got 4 outside doors, that lead to outside. And 3 of them, a full grown mouse can crawl up underneath them. They not the original doors. And I want to pull some sheetrock off because I believe when this house was built, it was a log cabin.
Oh,
Kind of the doorways are anywhere between 6 to 8 inches wide.
wow.
And I watched a bunch of shows, dealing with log homes. They built them, and they said that's one of the ways you can tell if your house is a log home. And a lot of people would put siding up over it.
Oh, yeah.
But my siding is that asbestos. I can't touch that.
Yeah.
Our siding is cedar. It's all cedar.
That's what I make my furniture out of,
And I
cedar.
think the floors and the rafters down in the basement are all cedar. I think he did a lot of this house in cedar.
Well, now,
We don't have bugs and stuff usually. No problems with bugs.
Now, I'm not for sure, but I think up north when they done floors, they did it with white pine or either white oak up there. Because this house, the original floors are white oak.
We've been lucky. I have to say, for new homeowners such as ourselves, we were real lucky with this home. We've not had to do anything to it. The boiler was still running fine. We just wanted an upgrade. We could have left it, but I just wanted to upgrade it and make it more energy efficient, because it was the original boiler. 65 years it's been in that house, in this house.
Yep. My wife chance it.
Yep.
Yeah, really.
But other than that, we've not had to do anything here, and everything still runs tip-top shape. So we've been lucky.
I wouldn't worry about nothing then. I mean, if everything's going good, don't push it.
Nope. And the roof was put on like 5 to 10 years before we bought the house. So that's going to be the next major thing. And we're saving up for that.
Well, now, this house I'm in, it's a single level. But the ceilings in this house, the original part, are 15 foot tall.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And the access to the attic is like, oh, shit, maybe 2 foot by 2 foot. There's no way I can get my shoulders up through that, even going in sideways.
Yeah.
And I have seriously thought about breaking out my Sawzall and kind of fixing it up a little bit.
Our attic, if you go out, this is the basement door. If you open that, it's up there, but there's no ladder or no stairs that come down. So Chris had to build a ladder to fit on the stairs to go up there when he needs to, but we don't use that for anything. So he only had to do it that one time to put the insulation up there. But
I want
nothing
one
up there
where you can just reach up and pull the stairs down. Like that. That's what I'd like to have.
They never built that on there.
Oh, wait a minute. I just caught something. Christ the answer. He says his Mr. Buddy Healer works great.
Yeah, so doesn't somebody else said they had one too. We're gonna take it out and try it because they're still in the boxes. We got them months and months and months ago. Cindy B uses them too.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
Cindy B is up here now. She says she had one for her gooseneck trailer. I think that's what she's talking about.
It was Alaska Preppers video I think I watched where I decided to go buy it. And I had a hard time finding them and finally found that I could get 4. And but I had to go to Connecticut. They were in the store. None around here had any.
Well, now, I also saw on another channel that they was in their local Walmart. And Walmart is going to stop carrying canning supplies. So I don't know if there's going to be a select few like that, or if they all going to end up being like that.
So glad I fully stocked with all that. I have years and years worth of lids. When I saw what was happening in March of 20 with everything, with the coof coming out, I went and stocked up.
Well, when I first started out, I was buying left and right, and my wife said, "Don't you think you got enough yet?" Now, I need some more.
Yep.
Hello,
They don't
Firefly.
go bad. They don't go bad sitting there waiting to be used.
Well, now, I have used mine twice so far. But, I mean, I'm like this right here. If they don't seal after I get through canning, then I'll use the vacuum sealer on it.
Yep. Yep. Okay,
Like
bye,
that.
Trust. Have a good night. Trust had to
I'll
go.
see you later, Trust.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna have to run too. My store closes here in about another hour, and I gotta go before they close. So, ladies, y'all have a good day.
Oh yeah, let me know, Susan, about the applesauce. I think I'm going to drop the live now too. It's been almost 2 hours, and I got things to do. I want to settle. I got to clean my kitchen. Chris hasn't even eaten dinner yet, so I got to do that video of him trying the food. When he gets home, he's not here yet. Poor guy. But everybody, have a good night. 101 comes on at 9. I don't know who else is on right now, but thanks for coming and visiting with me. Everybody have a good night, and I'm going to end it now. All right, guys.